Oklahoma's central location in the U.S. is the reason it is home to a museum that celebrates the contribution that female pilots have made to aviation. Thousands of Oklahomans drive past the museum every day, yet it remains a little-known treasure.
Air travelers may have noticed a small two-story building along the road to Will Rogers World Airport. Inside is a museum that celebrates and promotes women in the aviation industry. It's called the Museum of the 99s. It opened in 1999, but that's not how it got its name. It all started in 1929 at the first all-women transcontinental air race.
They issued invitations to all the 117 women in the United States that had pilot's licenses. And of those, 99 eventually joined, and so we became the 99s for our charter member.
One of the first members was celebrated pilot Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart will try again. The famous aviatrix inspects her $80,000 flying laboratory, which has been overhauled. She's almost ready for another attempt at a round-the-world flight at the equator in the 10,000-pound ship that cracked up in Honolulu nearly 2 months ago.
Well, we have a lot of things about Amelia Earhart particularly. Of course, she was our first elected president. We have here one of these fascinating things, an elephant hoof bracelet that Amelia considered her lucky charm. But she did not wear it on that last flight.
They even have Earhart's original pilot's license.
One of our proudest possessions is this scarf that she was one of her favorite scarves, and it was taken up into space by Randy Breslin. His grandfather was Amelia's favorite photographer, and so this is a nice round thing that Randy then could take the scarf, and it was in space for 6 months, and then he represented it with a certificate of authenticity to us.
Every year, visitors walk through the halls filled with mementos of aviation history, starting with Harriet Quimby, who in 1911 was the first female pilot. There's also Louise Thaden, aviation pioneer and the first woman to win the Bendix Trophy. Louise was the first woman to compete in that race. After she won, women were not allowed to compete again for many years. The collection also includes female flyers that went to war.
We have things on the WASPs who flew during World War II to relieve pilots in the United States so they could be combat pilots. And of course, this could be a very dangerous thing too, because they were flying planes from the factory to bases. And the shakedown flight is always, it's essentially a test flight. Plus they flew drones for target practice, and I think the word is practice, which meant they weren't always perfect, and sometimes they got shot down instead of the drone.
The museum includes modern-era combat pilots like Kim Campbell, who donated a section of her jet riddled with bullet holes from a fight in Iraq. Female pilots from all over the world are celebrated here.
We even have a small section on the night witches, who were the women who flew combat in Russia during World War II. And I mean, they flew bombers and fighter missions.
Today, the 99's International Organization of Women Pilots have members all over the world. Their mission is to promote the advancement of aviation through education, scholarships, and mutual support.